So our first question in exercise 5.1, express each of the following complex number in the form a plus ib. The first question given us 5i into minus 3 by 5 into I. So to multiply as usual 5i into minus 3 by 5 into I. So what we will do here is take the constants together, that is 5 into minus 3 by 5. So the constants here are 5 and minus 3 by 5. So I took it together. Again I am multiplying. The balance terms are I and I. So I took it together, I into I. Okay. So here simplify. 5 and 5 get cancelled, giving you minus 3. And what about I into I? I into I is I square. And we have the value. What is I square? I square is minus 1. I square is minus 1. So we are getting minus 3 into minus 1, which gives you the value 3. Okay, if the question is to find the value, the answer is 3. But what is our question? We have to express it in the form a plus ib. That means we have to write as real part and imaginary part. So here we cannot see an imaginary part. So if it is not seen, what we will do is, we will write the number 0. So instead of 3, if to express it in a plus ib form, we can rewrite it as 3 plus I into 0. Okay, where the value of A will be 3 and value of B will be 0. So if we are getting a number 3 and if we want to express it as in the form A plus IB, make imaginary part 0 and write the term as, or write the complex number as 3 plus I into 0. Okay. Moving to the second question. Second question is I raised to 9 plus I raised to 19. So if a question comes like this, what you have to do is I raised to 9. 9 is an odd number, isn't it? So what you have to do is express I raised to 9 as a product of two i's. One I you have to write as, if it is an odd number, take the number just below the odd number. Take the even number just below the odd number 9, which is the even number 8. So the first term I have to write as I raised to 8. I raised to 8 into I. I raised to 8 into I means I raised to 1, isn't it? So 8 plus 1 gives you 9. So instead of I raised to 9, I am writing as I raised to 8 into I. Similarly, for the second term, it is again 19, odd number. So how we will write? I raised to 18. 18 is the even number below, just below 19 into I. I raised to 18 into I again gives you I raised to 19. And again, take the half of 8. Half of 8 is 4. So we can write I square raised to 4. I wrote I raised to 8. Instead of I raised to 8, I can rewrite it as I square raised to 4. If there are two powers, actually the procedure is we will multiply 2 into 4, giving you 8. Into I will be the first term. Second term, what we have to do is take the half of 18. Half of 18 is 9. So how we can write I raised to 18? I square raised to 9 into I. Okay, again we have the value I is equal to root of minus 1, that is a standard value, and I square equal to minus 1. So wherever I square is there, we can substitute the value minus 1. So here we can see I square, so minus 1. Instead of I square, I put the value minus 1 raised to 4 into I. Plus here also I can see an I square. So minus 1 raised to 9 into I. Okay, negative 1 raised to an even number. Negative 1 raised to an even number will give you positive. Negative number raised to an even number will give you positive. So minus 1 raised to 4 will give you 1. 1 into I will be the first term. And here for the second one, negative number raised to odd power. Negative number raised to odd power will give you negative 1. Negative 1 raised to even power will give you positive 1. And negative 1 raised to odd power will give you negative 1 into I. Okay, so the term is 1i minus 1i. 1i minus 1i gives you the value 0. The value is 0, but the question is to express. So how we can express? We have to express as 0 plus I into 0.